This is my review of the Remington 541. This particular model is a Remington 541S, as in Sporter. The Remington 541 was introduced in 1972 and was discontinued in 1999. Now, throughout this small review, I'm going to be short. I'm no gunsmith and I'm sure no historian, so if I am inaccurate with anything, be kind, because I have had a lot of questions about this rifle, its accuracy, and its price variations. So hopefully this will help some of our viewers. The 541 was made in 3 variations. The 541S is in Sporter. It's probably the most rare. The 541T, which is kind of their bottom level but still yet very, very accurate rifle. And then the 541 Heavy Barrel was added in 1993. Basically the same gun as the 541T with the obvious heavy barrel. Okay, as I said earlier, this is the 541S. The Sportster had a few different things from the T. First being, it was embellished. As you can see at the top, along the edge of the barrel, it's embellished on both sides. Very, very, very nice rifle. Looks good in any light, and this one's been very well cared for. The forearm and the butt plate both have a burl wood top. Now, I don't know exactly 100% for sure, but the later years, from what I've read, 82 on, has a synthetic burl wood. And I've spoken with people who owns this rifle who swears their tip and their butt plate is actual burl wood, and they've looked at it. So I'm assuming 72 to 82 that it was indeed burl wood, and after that they switched to a synthetic wood, which looks very, very good, as you can see. You can see that's the forearm. And then also the butt plate is made of the exact same stuff. Looks very, very good on the gun. It adds to it. The 541T does not have this. It is black on the forearm, it's black on the bottom, and it's black on the butt plate. Doesn't take away from the accuracy of the gun. Looks very, very good. The 541S is the Cadillac, and the 541T is what you would call an Impala. Basically the same car, but just with not so many bells and whistles. Accuracy wise, I've shot both. I prefer the 541S. From what I heard, from what I know, the 541S is a custom shop gun, hand fitted, so the action and accuracy of that gun, the S, is a little better. One of the major complaints with the 541T is the clip. I may have to set my camera down just for a second, but the clip is plastic, as you can see. It comes in a 5-shot, and then later on, with the introduction of the 581, it comes with a 10-shot. As you can see, this one actually says 581 on the clip. They're kind of chintzy, not very nice, especially to see what these guns bring. It's not a very good clip. I have heard that there is going to be an introduction in 2012 of a really nice metal clip. I'm not really sure who's making it, but I'll look forward to that if it is being made. So there's that. Ammo. The gun will take any kind of ammo. I prefer mass grade, Ely, or my particular gun shoots CCI competition green tags very, very well. The gun shoots extremely well, groups really, really well, even up to 100 yards. Now, that is going to change from gun to gun, based on what kind of ammo, based on how good a shot, based on the weather. These guns are notorious for straying bullets off a cold barrel. This one, obviously, it does it too. Cold barrel, it'll throw one out an inch. Then when the barrel gets warmed up, it'll dial itself in. This particular rifle has a Leupold Vari-X II, adjustable objective, 4x12. Maybe an overkill on the scope, but I don't think so. Not for what I'm doing with it. It seems to be a very, very good scope. Really clear, really accurate, as all my Leopolds are. So I've kind of covered what the gun looks like. As you can see, it's a very classy looking gun. It's got Leupold quick detach rings on it. Adds to the character of the gun. Instead of throwing some Weaver style rings on it, I think it does good. There has been a ton of questions about getting the bolts out of these guns. They are, if you own one or have shot one, they can be very tricky. There's a little trick to it. If I don't get hung up on it, I'll set the camera down just for a second. I'll raise the gun to show you the bolt. And this here's a safety. You can see safe and fire. You want to raise the bolt up. Okay, slide it back till it stops, and then you have to push the safety forward past its rest position until the bolt slides out. You see the bolt is flat-sided on the bottom side. You see right here. This is what gets most people. This thing, that flat spot has to be down before it'll go in. So the trick is to keep it flat. Hopefully I can get this the first time. Slide it in until you feel a stop. Okay, right there I've reached the stop. Push the safety forward again. Continue on to the next stop. Push the safety forward again. And then you have to let off until you find that little groove that it takes to set the bolt. Now, you don't always get this the first time because the bolt swivels at the end and it will turn away. I'll pull this thing out and you can kind of see it has turned a little bit. So, as we'll do it again, kind of goes in, come to that sweet spot, ease it in. There it went. You see that little click right there with the bolt down towards the wood? It'll catch that little click, and when you catch that, you're in. Most people want to hover the bolt, lift the bolt up, and kind of push it in like a Remington 700. The bolt has to be pushed down to meet through that spot. Once you're there, you're in position. The bolt will lock back down. So that's the key to that. I've read on Google, there's tons and tons of people explaining how to do it, and it's much, much easier to watch someone put it in. The more you do it, the easier it gets, the more you'll get used to it. It'll come a little more natural. I put this gun in line with the Savage Mach 2, even though the price tag on this now is much, much more. It shoots, this particular one shoots with Auschwitz and a lot of the other target guns out there. Now, I'm not shooting, you know, a sticker star at 100 yards trying to leave absolutely nothing. You know, you can see this gun is a safe queen. It's a very, very nice rifle. So I take it out sometimes, but I have other 22s that I'll take out, you know, and to the range with a little more powerful scope. So price range, the 541T. Now I'm probably going to get massacred on here for talking about prices because it varies from area to area. I happen to be in the Kentucky and travel to Virginia a lot, so I can quote here. A good shape Remington 541, you're going to look at, if it's really, really good shape, $400 to $550. The 550 is going to have to be a near perfect gun. Sometimes you can have one that's a little bit, has a few little handler marks with a decent scope, and you know, 550 will bite, and that's on the upper end. 541 HB, it's pretty much in that same ballpark. You'll run onto them to be in the 600 range every now and again, but more likely you want to spend more in the 500 for one of them. The Remington 541S, on the other hand, in near perfect shape like this one is, you're looking in the 600s. Now, people out there are going to say, "Oh, that's crazy." You know, I bought mine in 1992 for $400 or $200. Well, you may have, but this is a sought after rifle now, and the prices, because the demand has went down and people has handled them and don't keep them in the shape that this one's in, they're significantly higher. So I hope I've helped someone out. I know there's been tons and tons and tons of questions about this particular rifle. A lot of people are looking for them. A lot of people want them. A lot of people are having trouble with that bolt. And people are just looking for a high quality rimfire that they buy and want to keep. And this particular one is what I've chosen. It may not be my most expensive, but it certainly is the closest one I am to. So then again, I hope I've helped people out. And if historically, if I have messed something up, correct me in the comments, but don't crucify me. So hopefully this has been a learning experience for both of us. And again, thank you. Have a good day.